the Pop Culture Master Race.
Does mother know you wear it for drapes?
Home of all your pop culture needs. And here are your hosts, Aiden Munga and Brett Page.
Welcome back to the PCMR podcast. That is Pop Culture Master Race, where we talk about movies, TV shows, comics, and video games, and sometimes our feelings, but mostly those other things.
Our feelings. Mostly our feelings.
I am Aiden, once again joined again by my host, co-host Brett Page.
Oh, say my name right. You're only been saying it
Yeah.
for 6 years.
Right?
6 years? I don't know. We've been friends for
It's
a while.
about 6 years, right? Yeah. Jesus. We've known each other too long.
Yeah, we need new friends.
Need new friends. Or as Drake would put it, no new friends, no friends, no. That's the only Drake lyric I know. And I don't even know what song it's from.
not even Hotline Bling.
I know it was that.
You only mean one thing. I don't know anything else other than that line.
No. It's just when he gets all out of shape. It's pretty easy to write a Drake song. You just go yeah, I got a lot of money and bitches, but I'm so lonely, so lonely.
Money don't buy
It's
you
always that
bitches,
sudden
but
turn.
it do.
It's always just yeah, I'm the hottest motherfucker in town, but I got her feelings. Go, why don't you call me?
You should be a rapper. You'd be perfect. You could compete with Drake.
I can do Canadian rap. I can't do
Canadian rap? What?
which that's what Drake, because Drake's Canadian.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, please, Toronto boy.
Oh, the more you know. I guess I
don't
never
even follow
really
these
cared
things, and I just
too much about Drake to Google where he's
This is all peripheral information that has just entered my brain, and instead of remembering how to do my taxes, I just remember oh yeah, Drake is from Canada.
Aiden, you don't have a job. You don't pay tax.
One day I'll have to know how to do that. All right, that's
when
coming
you
up
get
soon.
an accountant to do it.
I just hope that I'm rich enough to get an accountant to do that. Alrighty, today what are we talking about besides Drake? Well, we are talking about, speaking of Canada, the CW shows. Why is that relevant? Because those shows are all shot in Vancouver. So there you go.
There
Fun
you
fact.
go. Fun facts
Yeah.
with Aiden.
So we're going to be talking about Season 2 of The Flash, Season 4 of Arrow, and Season 1 of Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, we're doing a big old roundup. They all just finished, so we talk about them because that's what we do in this show.
They all finished in the last couple of weeks, so we figured, yeah, we're all caught up. So you're all caught up. We can just go full hog into it. Let's
Hog into it.
I don't know,
that's
whatever
a way of
animal you want to use to get into it.
Let's not use any animal, okay?
All right, well, we'll koala into it. First off, let's talk about go by day, since it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Let's start with The Flash. This was the second season of The Flash. We've got another speedster villain, Zoom. Do we want to just do spoilers for all of these things?
Yeah, let's talk about spoilers. Everyone's had time to catch up, so.
Yeah, all right. If you don't care by now, then
Well, it's hard to.
Maybe you'll care.
It's hard to do a spoiler, non-spoiler thing about TV shows.
No, because every episode is it's a spoilers for this episode. This happened, and
Yeah, it's hard to do it for TV shows.
So Barry, he's still running real fast. So last season it ended on this big fuck off cliffhanger where he opened up a rift in time.
Yeah, what were they calling it? I don't
It
even
was
remember.
I don't remember either. It was so many episodes ago. But it's a giant portal in the sky, and he runs in it, and he runs real fast, and then
That's what he does.
Yeah, and then it's not working, so Ronnie goes up into it and dies. So we have an Amel death. Poor Amel. Robbie Amel. He's dead. And then the Flash is running around, and we're dealing with our new villain, and we're introduced to this new character, Jay Garrick, and he's from Earth 2. So the Flash finally opens us up to multiverse. It's strange to think that when Arrow started, it was basically Batman Begins as a soap opera. There was no magic. There was no superpowers.
Yeah, just
it was
a
just
man with a bow and arrow.
and then some criminals. And now we're dealing with the multiverse and time travel and magic
And it makes my head hurt.
and aliens soon. So it's just so many things going on. But yeah, so we've got Earth 2 now, so that's how we're getting new villains as opposed to last season where it was the particle accelerator. This season it's
they've
it's a
cleaned up all
doppelganger
them.
from
They've-
Earth 2.
Yeah, they've cleaned up all our Earth. Well, freaking metahumans. Now they're getting all the new ones because it never fucking ends, you know?
I think overall, I think this was not as good as season 1. There was a lot of cool ideas, and they did some like
I feel like there was a lot of recycled ideas.
yeah, like once again we're dealing with a speedster villain. So like last season, it was like bloody Eobard Fawn was like, I'm here to help you, but no, actually I'm Reverse Flash. Oh no!
Yeah,
and this season it's like,
is Jay
I'm
Garrick.
Jay Garrick. I'm here to help you. Oh, but no, I'm Zoom. Oh, I got you. You fuck. You dumb fuck.
You fuck.
So yeah, but I did like I think I prefer like Zoom's design and like voice because I really like that Tony Todd's kind of like, I am the fastest speedster alive.
I
like-
feel like Zoom felt scarier and more menacing than the Reverse Flash.
But
I
it
feel
was
like the
in small
Reverse Flash,
doses.
all his plan was let's fuck Barry up. When Zoom's plan is let's fuck everything up. Let's kill the fucking multiverse. Let's do that.
Like we don't even really know what his plan is right until the end. I was kind of disappointed to find out that Jay was Zoom because it was once again like, oh, a mentor turns out to be an evil speedster again, which is like, oh fuck, we've just done that. I was really hoping that like Zoom was kind of like just this entity that the Speed Force has like created as like for where there must be like perfect good, which would be Barry, and there must be like perfect evil, which would be Zoom coming in as just because he was just like he wasn't human. He was just this creature who was with this really evil voice, and he was way faster than Barry, and he was like, I don't know. I think he was more menacing when I didn't know anything about him, but then the more we learnt about him, it's just like, oh, okay, I guess it's just evil guy pretending to be Jay Garrick. He's not Jay Garrick. Also, we got like a lot more confusing sci-fi things this season.
Oh, so confusing sci-fi. Like every time they were explaining sciencey stuff and freaking what's freaking Joe was there just like, wait, what? I was like, I'm right with you, Joe. I'm right fucking with you.
Like it was alright in like the start of the season because we had bloody guy from who becomes Firestorm. What's his name?
Professor Stein?
Yeah, Professor Stein was there, and I like his explanations of science because he's got this kind of infuse him. It's like, well, no, you see, multiverse, if there's two Earths, and it's just like, all right, yeah, I get it. You're having a fun time. Science is great, cool. But then he left to he went off to go on Legends of Tomorrow, and then we're left with like really kind of like angry Tom Cavanaugh coming back, which I liked his character, but his explanation for scientific things was just like, oh, don't you fucking get it? It's just this, and I'm like, no, I don't get it, Tom Cavanaugh. Explain it better.
You know
Explain
what
it better, Wells.
What I found out just the other day? He was JD's brother in Scrubs.
Was he?
Yes.
Huh.
He was. See, you see him in a whole different light when you know that, don't you?
Bloody actors having different roles in different TV shows. Need to stop it. Like,
Only
stop being other
one
people.
person, okay?
Stop doing other jobs. Like Stephen Amell, like he's gonna be like Casey Jones in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's like bloody stop that, Stephen Amell. Just keep being Arrow.
Yeah,
like what are you doing in New York without a bow and arrow? Get a bow and arrow, mate.
Yeah, we're just gonna be watching the movie like, hey, look, it's Arrow.
That's all I'm gonna be thinking, quite honestly. But yeah, so we've got Tom Cavanaugh's back, and I like him as this Wells a bit better, just because it's not like him in a wheelchair being like, well, we can do this. Run, Barry, run. It's like he was a bit more kind of like agitated, and he got to play like was very distinctly a different character, which I thought was good for him to like be doing something different.
Well, as well as that, I feel like this Harrison Wells had a better arc. Well, he had an arc really, and you really got to see a lot of these relationships build between him and everyone really.
Yeah.
Because it's just that adjusting period of realizing, like, he looks like the person who betrayed us and tried to kill us all, but he's not. And just that interesting dynamic that built throughout the season, I liked seeing that.
I also feel like it was also, like, he was bringing in, like, especially because he got Jesse Quick in there and his daughter, and he has, like, this different dynamic where it's not like, oh, I'm trying to get back home. This time it's like, okay, I can identify with this a bit more. It's like you're trying to save your daughter, and like, yeah, you did say like straight up like, I'll fuck you over if it means saving my daughter. It's like, yeah, I can't fault you there. You were straight up with everyone. It's like, I'm gonna fuck you all over. Don't fucking like, don't be surprised when any of this happens.
He straight up said to Barry, "I will betray you."
And then Barry was like, how could you do it?
How
could
like, you betray me?
I told you exactly what I was going to do. But then they got over that, and he got his daughter back, and he's like, all right, I can just be a little less of a dick. And I liked his dynamic with Cisco, where like before it was kind of like this father-son thing, and now it's like two dudes who like hate each other but are also kind of like best friends.
Yeah, I really liked the dynamic they started having. Like, there was parts where they would say things in unison and then share a little lame high five. I'm like, oh god, I hate it, but I love it.
Yeah, and I think the reason this season isn't as good as season 1 is like the first half is real good because like we're coming off like, oh yeah, man, Flash season 1 was great, and then it starts off again. I'm like, great, we're doing some great things. Going to Earth 2 was great. Doing all is like introducing new characters, like cool. This is all just super great. But then we reveal who Zoom is, and it's like, oh, okay, fuck, we're doing the same mistakes as the first season. Where the first season was able to like learn all like the mistakes and what worked for Arrow and like go straight off the bat. Is like, well, here's all the things that work on Arrow. We're gonna do that, but with the Flash and do it in our own kind of more fun and different way. And here it's like, okay, we've fixed all the mistakes from Arrow. Fuck, now we have to do something like completely new and make our own mistakes. And that's what they did this season. They made their own mistakes, so they'll have to learn from themselves for season 3, which, because they've dug themselves into a hole, because Barry just can't stop fucking up time.
Yeah, see, that's one thing I was thinking, like, especially with the season finale. I'm just like, Barry still, for a smart guy, he still doesn't get the concept to not fuck with the timeline.
He's just... Like, even after all these different people saying, like, if you do this, you will fuck up time. There'll be time ripples, like fucking going through time and changing something. The time wraiths will come after you. Like, all these, like, clear signs, like, stop fucking up. He's just like, nah, I'm going to save my mum. Fuck yous all. Fuck the timeline. Woo, I'm Barry Allen. I'm the most selfish bastard alive. Just like, ugh. But no, we've talked about, like, things we didn't like.
I remember seeing a meme of, like, the thing, and he was like, the first picture was like 2016. It's like 2 Barrys in the room when his mother was killed. Then like the season 8 is just like 7 Barrys photoshopped.
Like, do it, don't do it, do it. I don't care. I'm evil now. Oh, I'm him from more in the future, and I'm good again. It's just like, oh god, if we have to keep coming back to bloody his mum's death, it's just gonna be no, thank you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
no more of that.
Let it go.
Let this be the last time.
Let it go. Let it go.
Ugh, with the Frozen. No, thank you. But yeah, who do you think was like the best new character on the show this season?
Best new character?
Because we got a few.
I liked Jessie. I think Violet Bean, who played her, the great new actor. She's literally her first thing she's been in.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
she did all right then.
Literally less than 12 months ago, she was a waitress. I saw her on Instagram. Because yes, I stalk through her Instagram. Shut up.
All right.
But yeah, I liked her. What about you?
I think by the end of the season, Wally was my favorite new character, because when he first came in, I didn't much care for him, but after he went through like all these traumatic experiences and realizing that like, oh shit, I need to do something with this life, that I've been given a second chance by the Flash, I feel like I want to follow him as the Flash, because now it's like, did he get the Speed Force? I'm hoping he did, because we get Kid Flash, but he seems like he'd be a better hero than Barry would at this stage, because Barry's all kinds of fucked up. Well, Wally is like, nah, I've all this like trauma has made me a better person. I'm going to be a better person. Well, Barry's just like,
Barry's still getting through his trauma, to be honest.
He's still like mid mindfuck, while Wally is like, nope, this has put me on a path. I know exactly what I need to do now. I need to be the best kind of person I can be.
Yeah, the one problem I had with Wally is I felt his relationship with Joe kind of moved unrealistically fast. Then, like, one episode he hardly wanted to see him and just reluctantly ate Chinese food with him at the end of the episode. And, like, 2 episodes later, they're, like, moving in with him. Like, I don't get how that happened, and they didn't really show the relationship building.
No, I kind of get that, because, like, there's this initial, like, rough exterior. It's like, no, because you'll just leave me again. You haven't wanted me this whole time. And then once he's, like, realized, like, he's, like, let his guard down, it's like, okay, I'm going to try and, like, make a thing of this and try and have, like, a relationship with this father that I didn't know, or, like, he didn't know. So once he, like, realizes that Joe wants to be there for him, I think that it just kind of moves kind of a bit more organically. I don't know. That's how I interpreted it. So
let's agree to disagree on that. Because I just felt like it just...
Yeah, that's fine.
Personally, I felt like that relationship moved too fast. Everyone's allowed their own opinion, even if you're wrong.
Favorite episode?
Favorite episode? Oh, God. I liked the second Earth 2 episode, because it was two
Oh, yeah,
parts.
Escape from Earth 2?
Yeah, Escape from Earth 2.
Yeah, I think...
and the dude in the freaking cage knocking.
That was pretty good. I think my favorite is probably the first part of that one, the Earth 2 Part 1.
Yeah, so we both pretty much agree that when they go to Earth 2 is the most interesting episodes.
Yeah, that was the most interesting for me. I think... Yeah, that was just like they got to do the most stuff. They got to like bring back characters and actors that like bringing back the guy who played Deadshot as like a different person. It's like that was really great, especially since like they've had to like cancel all like their Suicide Squad stuff because of the fucking movie coming out. So it was nice for those actors to come back and do something.
Floyd Lawton on Earth 2 was kind of stupid. I'm like, oh god, that's pretty lame that they on one Earth he's like the best shot ever, then on this one they decide, oh, he can't shoot at all.
I don't know. I think that's classic kind of like doppelganger stuff. Where like, oh yeah, it's like with Caitlyn
I don't
and stuff.
think the multiverse works that way. That's my opinion. I know it's a show, and I'm thinking about it too much.
I think that's entirely how the DC multiverse works. It's all bullshit.
Okay, you're right. We're talking about comic books.
Yeah, it's entirely how comic books work. What do you think Bizarro Superman is? It's entirely all of that, all this bullshit. Just like, oh yeah, on this Earth he can shoot really well, and this other Earth, oh, I'm a clumsy fuck. Oh no.
But still, because the multiverse, there's an infinite amount of universes, so it just so happens that on this Earth he's the exact opposite. So does that continue?
I don't know. It was all right. Least favorite.
Least favorite episode. Every fucking filler episode.
Oh, yes.
There's no one. Just every filler episode, I hate them.
I think I can't quite remember what my least favorite Flash episode is. I know what my least favorite Arrow episode is. For sure. I know which one it is. But
we'll get that in a minute. But yeah, I just... that's the problem with these CW superhero shows. 23 episodes is too fucking much for a season. And they know it, which is why we have to put up these bullshit filler episodes that we continue to watch anyway because we're idiots.
And I'm not even going to do a comparison to Marvel and their Netflix stuff, because that's not even they are technically better, like Daredevil is technically better than these, but I'm not going to say that you can't do something with that amount of episodes and then construct a really great story, because iZombie has that same amount of episodes. It's a CW show, and their characters are consistently smart and clever, and the writing is consistently just enjoyable and witty, and they build up these great storylines that just work really well. And I think of all the kind of crazy comic book shows that are out there at the moment that aren't quite the normal kind of superhero thing, iZombie is my favorite, definitely.
I still haven't caught up on that. I still need to.
It's real good. I can't honestly say a bad thing about it. It's just a consistently good show.
Well, yeah, you're probably right. You can have that many episodes in a season and have all of it interesting and engaging. Maybe just Flash and Arrow need some better writing to fill up their whole season with story rather than throwing in filler episodes.
They definitely need to do something a little better, because it's not...
Filler episodes are painful.
Yeah. Oh, what's that episode? Where fucking... No, I can't think of a bad Flash episode, because it's just there's a whole bunch of moments I can remember. That was kind of dumb. That was kind of boring. It's this isn't quite as good. But every episode has at least one good moment in it. It's usually Cisco does a good joke, or Barry has some cool effect that he does. He'll in the last episode, it was really in the last or second last, where he's running through the building and he catches that rival scientist lady from the other science company. And that was a really cool effect. It's kind of rubbery and very TV show budget, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah. See, that episode felt very filler until the end, when we realized it was plot relevant, because they found out Velocity 9, Blue Lightning, Zoom, Velocity 9, J.
I still don't
Cisco vibes.
I still don't quite understand why Zoom was having Black Canary like destroy buildings, because there was a theory I was watching.
Yeah, they never
review,
really
and
explained that.
Like someone was expecting, like, no, she's knocking down buildings to build the racetrack, and I was like, oh, of course, it's gonna be the racetrack. But then it was just like a big hamster wheel, and I was like, oh well, that.
Yeah,
Well, what
I
the
love
fuck was the
that.
point of that?
I
Like,
love that it was a big hamster wheel. Like, they're gonna run around all like freaking hamsters.
I still like. Do you understand time remnants?
No.
Neither do I. Like, I
lit-
thought I did, but then like I was the same as like Wally, where like at the end of the episode, we're like, what was that time remnant thing? And then they explain it to him, and he's like, yeah. Wait, what? No, that makes no fucking sense at all. It's just like, yes, you're correct.
It. I literally paused that episode to try and Google it to figure it out, but I feel like no one has a grasp on what they actually are, because this one YouTube video I watched said that it was like, it's, so Barry goes back to get himself at a different point on his timeline, so it's pretty much past him, as the video told me. But like, if he gets past him, then past him goes there and kills himself, then future him should die, because past him just died.
I think it's. I thought it was him. Like he goes like 2 seconds into the future, and then comes back at the exact same time, so that there's like a paradox where there's two of him, and then like one is like kind of trapped in that timeline.
I don't know.
See, because it doesn't make sense, because then it would like he would be on an infinite loop of like traveling through all of it, and it's like, so then when the time remnant dies, wouldn't he also die? It's like
See, no matter what, I'm like, if the time remnant dies, he should die too. Oh, I don't get it.
No, it's like, unless he's like the last day of like him being the Flash, and he's like, all right, now I go back to this exact moment, and then I'll die, and then like it's like constantly like a second.
But then at the same time,
it's like constantly like
Zoom kills two of his time remnants, so that doesn't work.
No, that doesn't make any sense at all. No.
See,
Look, time remnants are very confusing, and I would like someone that's smarter than me to try and explain it.
Yeah. See, that's one thing with the Flash. It had a lot of this sciencey stuff that is just badly explained and we just don't understand. That I think they just expect us to just fucking roll with it.
Yeah. All right. How do you give? Let's give 3 kind of ratings. A rating for the hero, the villain, and the show overall. How would you rate Barry this season?
Barry this season, I feel like he made a lot of dumb choices. I think he made the same mistakes a couple of different times. So for that, I think I still like him as a character, but 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I liked that he got a bit more powerful. I liked him going through. I liked the Runaway Dinosaur episode. I thought that was probably my second favorite. That was one directed by Kevin Smith, where he's like going through the Speed Force. I thought that was real cool.
That was a cool little trippy episode. I love that.
And I thought Grant Gustin gave a bunch of great performances this season, but the character made some dumb decisions, and that drags him down from like being like, well, the performance was good, but you did some dumb things, Barry. You did some real dumb things.
Which is definitely the
like
writer's
letting your
fault.
Speed
it's not
Force
Grant
go.
Gustin's
Yeah, no, it's
fault.
not Grant Gustin's fault. It's like you let your Speed Force go. That was like, ugh, blah. So yeah, I give it a 7. Sounds about right. Like if last season is like, all right, that's a solid 9 out of 10 there. What a great hero. This season is like, oh yeah, you're not quite as good as you were last season. 7.
Yeah. Well, last season you could forgive his mistakes because he was learning about being a hero. This season, like, come on, you've been at it for a while. You should know.
You've been at this game for a while. You should know better. That's really what this is like. Barry, you should know better by now.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, villain.
Zoom. I feel like he was intimidating right up until we realized who he was, and then it was like, oh, you're just a fuckhead.
Yeah,
5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll feel the exact same way. Like at first, he was intimidating. He was scary. You know, he was just really terrifying.
He had that episode where he broke Barry's back and was just like parading him around. Everyone was like, I fucking beat the Flash. You're all fucked. It's like, that was great. That's a great kind of like display of power. But
then when they recycled the idea of the villain being someone Barry was close to the whole time, it was a recycled idea, and I think they could do better. Yeah. I'm going to give it a 6. I'm going to give Zoom a 6.
Okay. Just before we get to the rating of the season, what did you think of John Wesley Shipp being revealed as like from the Earth-free Jay Garrick, so the real Jay Garrick.
I like it. I was sad when they killed Dolph.
Henry Allen?
Barry's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like it.
No, yeah, I like it too. Like,
Seal of approval.
especially since like it's kind of cool having like 90s Flash become like Jay Garrick. That's I don't know. I really like that idea, and I hope he gets to do like a bunch more Flash stuff next season. I want to see a bunch of good speedsters working together. That's what I want. I also next season cannot have a speedster as the main villain. Stop that.
Yeah,
Stop that right now.
Stop that shit right now.
No,
Yeah.
just like
But they probably will.
oh, I hope not. Just have the rogues gallery. We still haven't had Mirror Master or there's a bunch of rogues that like still haven't shown up yet, so they need to fucking show up. Get that shit now.
Yeah. So season as a whole, what would you give it?
Season as a whole, I think it's still a good show, and I enjoy watching it week to week, but it wasn't quite as tight as last season. Still had some great character moments. I still really enjoy Cisco. I thought Caitlyn was a bit kind of this season, but she got to do some kind of cool things, so that was all right. I did like her as Killer Frost. Thought that was kind of cool, and I'm happy to see that like Cisco is like he's becoming vibe a bit more, and like in the last episode, you see him, or last or second last, you see him like use his like the same powers that his doppelganger on Earth 2 had. So I want to see Cisco suit up, get his own superhero costume. I want to see him fighting crime. And I want more Tom Cavanagh because he's great. And I really like him as like Earth 2 Wells. And give Wally and fucking Jesse their speed. Fucking stop all this teasing. I'd give this season a 6.5.
I was going to give her a 7. Enjoyable show. Has its problems, but like any show does. But
Yeah.
definitely, I've enjoyed watching it, and I'm probably still going to enjoy watching it. Maybe the rating will go up if they improve some of the things we're complaining about.
Yeah. I'm hoping season 3 is better. And so yeah, let's get into Arrow then. Oh
Arrow.
boy, this season was all over the place.
Yeah.
Let's start with the good. Mr. Terrific, Curtis is great. More
Yes.
Curtis.
I loved Curtis. Loved him.
I hope that Curtis and his husband have a wonderful life forever. And I hope he becomes a superhero because he's terrific. Mr. Terrific.
Wow, you really loved Curtis, didn't you?
He was great. It's nothing bad to say about him. What bad can you say about Curtis?
You can't say anything bad.
You can't say anything bad about him.
He was a smart character. He was well written. He was funny when he needed to be funny. He was awkward when he needed to be awkward. And yeah, he had everything right.
I really like the new Green Arrow costume. I like that he's being called Green Arrow now. That was real good.
Yeah, that was definitely a positive.
Like even like DC have like seen this new costume and gone like, oh, that's real good. So now the DC Rebirth Green Arrow has pretty much the exact same costume. So that's great.
Nice. I liked the dynamic between Oliver and Felicity this season. I liked their relationship, the kind of arc their relationship had, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like Diggle this season. Oh, we didn't mention it enough, I think, for the Flash, but fucking Joe West is the MVP of that show. He is my favorite character, probably. Actually, overall, like I liked Wally as a new character, but my favorite character overall still in that show is Joe West. He gives a great performance every fucking episode.
That is true, actually. I agree with that.
And I think that goes the same for Diggle on this show. Like sometimes he can get a bit growly. Oliver, you shouldn't be doing this, but still he has like a lot of really great emotional moments. And
his character has a lot of depth. And you can really, unlike some people like Barry Allen, for example, you can understand all his decisions, even if they aren't the right ones, I guess you could say.
I like that he had like a superhero name and a costume.
Spartan.
I didn't quite like the costume. I thought the mask was a bit dumb looking. But I liked the initiative of giving him a a costume. I didn't quite understand his gun, whether it was like a tranquilizer gun, like the ISIS from Agents of Shield, or it was just like a regular gun. It seemed like it had like different functions. Like sometimes it would shoot like bolo tie things to tie up people. So I wasn't quite sure how that was working, but it was like a magic gun that he had. And I thought, okay, that's
See,
all
one
right.
thing I kept thinking in their fight scenes is like, how is it that everyone they're shooting at has such bad aim and he has such good aim? Like what?
I think the action in this season was really good, especially in the first half. There was some really great episodes, especially the one where they have to team up with the Atom and they're trying to track down Diggle's brother. I thought that had some of the greatest action scenes outside of Daredevil on TV that I've seen.
That's a big statement, but yeah, I definitely think there was a lot of good action sequences in this season as a whole, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the second half of the season was a little bit lacking in the action sequence department.
Yeah, I think the first half was a bit better, but no, this was definitely like I really enjoyed those things, and I enjoyed Laurel a bit more this season than I have in previous seasons. And as always, I think like with the Flash, the police captain there is great. The police captain here is great. Bloody, what's his name?
Yeah,
What's
Quentin?
the name? Quentin. Yeah, Quentin is just so grounding for this show. Like he also has kind of the same problem that I think a lot of these characters have, where they've got a very kind of distinct voice, or it's like Diggle is very Oliver, you can't be doing this. And he's got this kind of growly voice, and Thea as Thea Queen is very like she talks through her teeth like, guys, what's going on? I don't understand. Oliver can't do this.
I think a lot of the characters in these shows do. I think it might be a thing with like the directors or something, because once we get into Legends of Tomorrow, like both Mick Rory and Leonard Snart, they both have that weird way of talking. Like Mick Rory is always talking like this.
No,
Leonard
Rory, you
Snart
can't be doing that.
always talking like this, which is really weird. Who talks like this?
I'll get into that once we get to Legends of Tomorrow. But yeah, he gives a great performance. Paul Blackthorne. It's just even though it's like his voice, because he is British or he is doing like an American accent. So it's like,
is he?
I guess he's completely like, he's still just a great addition to this show. So those are my positives. Do you want to get into yours as well, or?
No, I feel talking about Quentin Lance, I feel like his character has kind of flip-flopped throughout the seasons. Do you kind of feel that?
Yeah, because he's gone from like, I don't want to work with you guys. Oh, I'll work with you. I don't want to work with you. Oh, you guys are terrible. Screw it. I'm in full hog. Let's go for it.
Yeah, so, and I kind of, I feel like he's just flip-flopping when the plot needs him to. Then the reasoning for him changing his mind as to whether he loves or hates Arrow is just really not clear a lot of the time. It's just, he does what the plot needs him to do, I guess.
I think, though, that the scene between him and Oliver, where Oliver confronts him about working with Damien Dark, and Oliver is just like so torn up, as like, you have constantly told me that I'm not good enough, and I looked up to you, and you're working with him, you fucker. And it's just like, how fucking dare you? And it's, that was really great. It's
definitely a powerful emotional performance in that scene.
Was probably Stephen Amell's like one of his best performances. Like, he's grown on me as an actor. Like, at first season, like for the first couple episodes, I didn't really get his performance, and I thought like, this guy can't act for shit. He's a piece of wood. But the more I've like seen Stephen Amell just like in his life, and like, it's like, oh no, this is just how the guy is. This is how he is with everything. So once I accepted, like, well, that's just how he is. Like, oh, I guess this is a good performance of someone who talks like that normally. So
yeah, because we've all seen all of his life, because he's like the king of Facebook.
He's a wonderful man.
Him and George Takei, they are the kings of Facebook.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, he has like risen pretty quickly to be right up there with him. So yeah, those are our positives. Let's get into some negatives of this season. So I have been one to defend Felicity through thick and thin. I thought she was a great character in season 1 and 2. I think that people have often too hard on her when they say like, "Oh, this is the bloody Felicity show. The bloody get out of here. It's just Felicity and friends." I thought it's about Green Arrow. I'm like, "Oh, just guys, shut up. It's not that. It's a Green Arrow show, you know. But it's an ensemble. We've got a lot of characters here." By the end of this season, I'm with those people. Can she leave? Can her and her entire family just leave, please?
I do get, like, I'm kind of on the fence still. Like, I do agree that there's a lot about her. And especially in, like, the last few episodes, it was like, you know, Oliver wasn't really necessary for the plot by that point.
Yeah, look, like, this isn't anything against Emily Bett Rickards. I think she still gives a good performance as the character. She is not the problem. It's the things that they have the character doing and the choices that they have her making are just so much just kind of, wow, you ungrateful piece of shit. Get out of here. And it's
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with a lot of the decisions. Like, I was like, why you broke up with Oliver because he had a secret son he didn't tell you about, which he had a good reason for not telling you about.
Like, he made it wasn't his secret to give up. This was someone else telling him, I've made a promise to not tell you. And it's like, I've got to keep my promises to these people. And it's like, this might not come up, and it'll be okay. And then for her to be like, no, it's bad. And it's like, fucking...
Yeah, see, that was one real problem. Because as I said, I was loving their relationship. I was loving the dynamic in their relationship. But then... And even, like, after that breakup happened, I did still like that dynamic between them, because they were really acting to each other the way that people who have broken up but still have to be around each other would act. I felt like it was a realistic portrayal, but I didn't like the way the breakup happened, because it was, you know, I really just couldn't understand why she was doing it. A real person would understand why he couldn't say that, and
Also,
would understand why he sent them away.
Also, like, her mother, I cannot stand this character at all. Especially, there was that episode where Quentin Lance, he has to, like, lie in his, like, deposition about, like, oh, I didn't know about what Laurel was doing, and he's like, I have to lie for a good reason. This is a good reason to lie. And I was thinking, like, yep, that's perfectly acceptable. Do that. And then she's there like, no, you can't lie about it. Don't lie in this, or don't do that. And it's just like, you fuck. What do you know about anything? You don't know what's going on at all. Get the fuck out of here. It's not your place. It's not your fight. This isn't something that you have any stakes in. Fuck off. And then it's revealed later that she lied. This person who goes on is like, I can't stand lies. I can't stand all these people lying to me. She was lying the whole time. I hope she gets nuked. Just get her out of here.
That is an intense feeling, wanting someone to get nuked.
Once again, to clarify, I think the actor does a fine job. I have nothing against the actor. I'm not like one of those crazy people who just can't tell the difference between fiction and reality. I don't have any problems with the actor. It's entirely the character that I'm just like, get rid of this character. I hope the actress goes on to do plenty of great, amazing things. Go for it. You deserve it. But this character can fuck off and die.
Yeah, I definitely, like, the second I met her mother, I'm just like, well, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's the best word you can use to describe Felicity's mother. She's a lot.
Like, there was just so many moments in, like, that last couple episodes where, like, nukes are hellfire is being rained down upon the sky. A U.S. city was attacked by a nuclear weapon. The entire country should be in shutdown. Tens of thousands of people have died, but they're all just going like, oh no. And like, bloody, like, even fucking Curtis, like, oh, all right, I'm gonna stay here with your father, and we're gonna do all these, like, things to, like, stop the nukes. But then, like, when Felicity comes back, he's just like having a beer, and it's like, oh no, your parents are arguing again. I guess I get how children are of divorce and what all that shit. And it's just like, excuse me, why aren't you still on your computer? Why aren't you stopping the fucking nuclear weapons from raining down from the sky?
Yeah.
This is not a time to be drinking alcoholic beverages, sir. This is a time to stop the apocalypse.
Yeah, that's definitely a problem with the last few episodes, how they're kind of like, they're not paying enough attention to the fucking nukes!
Like, I
shouldn't
really
be
hope
yelling out like that.
I really hope that there is a lot of like fallout and consequences from because they made a big fucking deal of just like a little part of a city falling down, but no one seems to be making a big deal about 10,000 people dying. That is
Yeah. No one seems to care.
no.
I mean, I get that it was in a completely different place, I guess.
But it's
Like
still
a
it's
different
just like,
state.
mm.
No, they're like, oh, Oliver's mayor. Of course, it was always
Yeah.
going to happen.
What else didn't I like about this season?
Let's say something else I didn't. The final showdown between Oliver and Damien Dark is like, I get why Damien Dark's powers wasn't working on Oliver, but why did his powers go like completely limp dick to everyone else around him? Like, surely he's like, okay, I can't use them on you, but hey, if you don't fuck off, I'm gonna break this person's spine.
Yeah, I think he still could do that because he did that to that the hacker guy, Felicity's old boyfriend. Like he
Then
killed
why
him
didn't
from like,
he?
oh, he stopped doing what I told him to do. I'll just kill him from here. And it's like, why can't you just be like killing off all these citizens?
Yeah,
Like, I will keep killing every one of them until you just lay down your arms and let me stab
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
It's
It was like, while his powers couldn't work on Oliver, they still work on other people. So it was a bit stupid that he was like, "Oh, just hand-to-hand fight you."
It's like even like supervillains in comics remember that all the time. Whenever they need to get away, it's like, "I'll just throw a car at some people because you're a fuck and you have to save them." All right, I'll be off. Throw a car at a person. Like, oh shit, now I have to save people. It's like there should have been more of that, but no. It's just
Yeah. Well, I feel like up until that point, Damien Dark was brilliant villain.
No, I
Like,
really, I love that actor. Like every time he shows up to do anything, I'm just like, I love the performance you're giving. It's so giddily evil. It's like, I'm so evil. Haha. It's like, you're having a great time. I'm going to have a great time with you.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, up until that point, every time Damien Dark was on the screen, he demanded your attention. Every word he said, you fucking listened to, because every word he said was relevant. And so just when he just like, oh, I'm just gonna hand-to-hand fight you, when I could just snap everyone else's necks around you and make you stop, that was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
And I felt like they could have done it a different way. Oliver could have stopped him a better way, but I digress.
Okay, so let's go into favorite character, least favorite character. My favorite character for this season, I think, was definitely a Diggle. He got to do some great scenes. He had a great arc. I really liked him and his brother's interactions. I think it was real good.
Can I say Damien Dark is my favorite character?
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
I'm going to say he's my favorite character this season just because everything he said, as I said before, everything he said was just captivating and just the performance was brilliant. And I feel like as a villain, he was really well-rounded, if I could speak properly, and well-written. Yeah, great villain. Yeah.
Also, just one more thing, like in my dislikes pile is
Dislikes.
dyslexic pile.
I think we both have dyslexic piles tonight.
Would be the fucking flashbacks this season. The flashbacks this season was so pointless. Like at first I thought they were going to be doing something cool because we was going back to the island. It seems like they were doing like a kind of spin on Green Arrow Year 1 where there was taking like a lot of hints and like kind of stylings and flavors from that comic. But it just went nowhere. And it's just like, I'm so sick of the flashbacks. There was only like
The first half of the flashbacks I liked, but from the second half,
there was like
it was
three
really...
episodes where they were in that cave fighting that guy, and it just felt like
it was dragging on too long.
the only time I liked the flashbacks was for the Constantine episode because we got to meet John Constantine
that was
and we
great.
actually learned some stuff about magic, and like that was like, oh, good. Like Matt Ryan is here, he's having a great time. This is making this show worth it.
Yeah, definitely. That
Mm.
was a good episode,
Yeah.
and it was fun.
All right, least favorite character.
Least favorite character. Oh, you go first. I got to think a little.
It's probably Felicity's mother. I have no use for her. She's just like I said, can fuck off and die.
Yeah, I'm feeling Felicity's mother. Either
With
her
Felicity a
or
close
that
second.
fucking.
Like Felicity can't. She doesn't have to fuck off and die, but she just needs to like take a step back and realize she's been a bit of a dick, and like, okay, I'll just like stop being a dick. It's like good.
Yeah. What's that guy's name with like the half burnt face and he calls Fia mummy?
Oh, Anarchy.
Lonnie Machin.
Yeah.
Anarchy. What? Why do they have so much trouble beating this guy? What? I don't get it.
Like, at one moment he's just like, okay, I guess he's just like an anarchist, kind of like he's a shit cunt. But then all of a sudden it's like, and I have this free-pronged martial arts thing, and I can do all this martial arts, even though you've all been like trained by the League of Assassins and done all this crazy stuff and been fighting crime for like 5 years. Here's some martial arts. It's like, what? No.
Yeah. See, I don't
Why?
get that character. His character felt very badly written to me. He was just like, he just came out of nowhere with these skills, and I'm just like, okay. And I'm still like, why do they have so much trouble beating him?
He had some good moments, but he's just kind of like, I'd be glad to be done with him.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into the ratings for this season of Arrow.
All right, let's. We also got to do favorite episode, least favorite episode.
Do it. Yeah.
All right, favorite episode.
I'm sticking with like all the fillers for least favorite.
I've got a very specific one. It's my least favorite. My favorite episode is probably the episode where they go. They have to like find Diggle's brother, and like that's the episode that was directed by the guy who does the stunt work, and they had like a lot of like long one takes, and they had like this really great like fear fighting, a bunch of like the Hive guys, and that was just some amazing stunt work in that episode. So that's like one that really stands out in my memory. Like I remember like going back and watching that on YouTube, that entire sequence, going like, fuck, this is great. So that's my favorite episode.
I think Saving Ray was my favorite episode. Oh god, pardon me. I don't know. I was so happy to see Ray again. I think that's what all did it for me. I was so happy to see him again.
Yeah. Okay. My least favorite is the bee episode.
Oh,
the
yeah,
bee
yeah,
puns.
I'm with you.
It was just like,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
The
100% with you.
worst. Absolute worst. I hate it. They're like, and then they had like Yellow Jacket, but with more leather. Kind of just like, this is so dumb and so stupid. Get rid of it.
Yeah,
Never again.
100% with you.
I'm sorry, Emily Kinney, but you're the worst. Get out of here. I like you on The Walking Dead, but you're dead to me now.
Kill Beth a second time.
Do it. Get rid of all these bee puns. That was terrible. I didn't care for that at all. Overall, I'd say, just like with The Flash, I think I liked the first half of this season better than the second half. It wasn't.
Yeah, actually, I feel that.
Yeah, it. I don't know. The climax wasn't that satisfying, and everyone's kind of gone off to do their own thing.
I bet you get that a lot.
Hey, you funny fuck. At least I get to disappoint people. You have no one to disappoint, Brett. So
Except my family.
except your family. Oh my god.
Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say like I liked new costume, and I liked the stunt work for this season, and I liked the build up, and I liked Damien Dark, but it all just kind of ran too long, and the flashbacks were useless this season, and I could have been done with them real quickly. Like I'm hoping like after next season, that's it. We'll have no more flashbacks. Like get rid of it. The show needs they need to get rid of Mark Guggenheim. They need to like bring in some new fresh blood, reinvigorate the show again, and make it interesting again. Make like season 2 is a great season. We had all.
Oh yeah.
Wade Wilson was just oof.
You mean Slade?
Oh.
Not Wade.
Slade, whatever. Like Deadpool, Deathstroke, whoever he is. Whichever one. Bloody Australian face. What's his name? Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Manu Bennett.
Manu Bennett. Oh. Many Bennetts. Manu.
Anyway, overall rating for this season, I think I'm going to stick with a 7. I'm going to give it the same as I gave The Flash.
Yeah, I might give it a 6. I think I enjoyed The Flash a little bit more. So yeah, it's Flash 6.5. This is 6. Yeah, it's still like I'm still watching it week to week, and I was looking forward to it, but it's just kind of like this could be so much better. It has been better. Get better.
Yeah.
Get good.
Anyway,
all right, let's get into Legends of Tomorrow.
yes, season 1 of our time-traveling band of hero villains. There's both. They turn into heroes. Yay! They're legends. Oh, someone stop me.
No, but I feel like this show, it opened up well and it closed well, but in the middle, it was kind of hit and miss.
Yeah, it felt like they were doing the same thing over and over. Like, we found Vandal. Oh, we're trying. Oh, he got away.
Like, this was
we don't know where he is.
Like
yet.
it was a new show. We had some new characters, new concept. It was the first like time we'd really explored like time travel, and it was like pulling in a lot of Doctor Who stuff. So I should have like in theory just been enraptured in the show because it combines Doctor Who and superheroes. So I'm like, fuck, this should be the greatest thing ever. But it was only kind of just okay for me.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of their time travel concepts were a bit like, what? Like,
And I feel like
similar to all the stuff in The Flash to do with
Rip
that.
Hunter repeated himself a lot. Like, I can't do this. It will disrupt the timeline. And it's just like, don't go out and have a bar fight. And then they'd have a bar fight. And it's like,
I loved the bar fight.
no, the bar fights are good. But it was just like, yeah, okay, well, we'll get to the bar fight. And like, we know it's going to happen. Have a bar fight already. But I feel like they blew their budget real quick in those first 2 episodes because the
Yeah.
action scenes in the first 2 episodes of this show were fucking amazing. And just these big, sweeping, crazy action sequences. And then the show kind of like crushed it down to like, oh, we can't quite do that anymore. And there was like a bunch of episodes where it's like, oh, we should become Firestorm. No, that's expensive. We shouldn't do that.
That's expensive. There was the one really fucking lamest action sequence when they the chick who was trying to kill them all when they were kids.
Oh yeah.
When they had the final showdown with her, and they're all just in a fucking circle firing at her, and she freezes the time. We just see the overhead view, and everyone's just like firing something at her. Then we just have fucking Sarah just with her thing right back. I'm like, you need a projectile, Sarah. You're not gonna get her like that. You need.
She
a
had like
projectile.
throwing knives. What happened to all those throwing knives she had? Because remember, like it was like the first or the second episode where she takes out that entire like bank assassin crew. And she's just like,
I don't know. She decided not to have them in that. I really like.
throwing knives.
I literally lost my shit. I was laughing at that sequence where time's frozen. They're all firing at her, and Sarah's just back there with a fucking stick. I'm like, not gonna do it for you. Not gonna do it for you.
No, this show like it. I can't fault it because it tried a whole bunch of things, and it did a whole bunch of them well, but it also did like a bunch of things that was like you got a little bit tired, like having the same villain like Vandal Savage. I thought like at first it was kind of like, okay, I guess this guy he's going to grow into the role. I'm going to enjoy him more. But the longer it went on, the more I was just like, just fucking kill him already. I never want to see him again. He's so boring. It's the same shit every time.
Yeah, see, one problem I really had was I was like, what? Come, because when they first got him, like I understand that Kendra didn't kill him at first because he had the key to Carter's mind. But then Carter remembers, but they still don't kill him. They still take him to the Time Masters, who were always going to be in cohorts with him. I knew from the first episode the Time Masters are working with Vandal Savage.
Yeah, but it was kind of cool, but it was also at the same time like, bleh. But yeah, I can't fault. So like, good things about the show. Sarah is just great. She has so much fun throughout the show. Mick and Leonard Snart were just, they're so cheesy and comic book that they go from being bad to amazing, and I can't wait to see more of them. Every episode, I'm just like, great, give me more of this.
I feel like this show did a good job. Just all the characters in general. I feel like most of the characters, I really liked what they were doing.
There are only 2 characters on the team that I actually didn't care for at all. Can you guess
Who
who?
are that? No.
The Hawks. I'm
Mm.
so glad that they're not going to be back for next season. Like, because that's like good. Because neither of them are very good actors, and I don't care for them much at all. Like, I should really like
a lot of Kendra's facial expressions were the same, no matter what
just
happened.
teeth and confusion. Just like
Yeah, that's what I'd say. Teeth. I don't know. I did not like it.
And I thought Rip Hunter grated on me a little bit. Like, I liked him at first because I'm like, oh, Arthur Darville, and he's playing a Doctor Who type. Oh, this is amazing. But the longer it went on, I'm just like, this is okay, I guess.
The problem with him was that he was repetitive, I guess.
Like, he needs to be able to do more. Now that he's not like, I have to save my wife and child, he can actually be like, all right, well, now I can do some more stuff and be a bit more interesting. I'm really enjoying like at least the idea so far that they've put in the last episode for what we might do in the next season, especially the actor that they brought in, because I've been watching another show that he's in a whole bunch, and now it's just like, oh, it's that guy, and he's gonna be a superhero. That's great. That's fucking awesome. Sweet.
Freaking Ray Palmer. I fucking love him so much.
He is just an adorable piece of science.
Yes, he's an adorable piece of science.
Mm.
And second he got with Kendra, I'm like, no, Ray,
No.
she's gonna break your heart.
Just doomed relationship. Get over that. Get back to science. Like,
Yes.
just full with like Rick from Rick and Morty. Just like, love it's meaningless. It's meaningless. Focus on science.
Yes. And the dynamic between him and Professor Stein as well, I really liked that because they were the two like real academics on the team.
No, they were really great,
So-
and I liked.
And it was really cute when they nerded out together.
I did like. What's his name? Bloody Jax. Yeah, he was good. I think he's a better Firestorm than Ronnie was. Maybe just because he got a better costume and he's a bit more personality. Nothing against Robbie Amell. I've seen that like short that he did. He's a real good actor, but I enjoyed Jax in the part a bit better.
You know, I definitely liked Jackson in this show, and again, the dynamic between him and Professor Stein, I liked that as well because they're obviously going to have a lot intertwined because they're Firestorm. They have the psychic connection.
Yeah. So let's get into favorite characters, least favorite characters, and then we'll do
favorite characters. My favorite character is Ray Palmer. Always will be. I love him. He's a sweetheart. He's adorable.
Sarah Lance for me. She's every episode she's a badass and she gets the best action sequences, and I just like this like kind of kick-ass bisexual assassin just going through time going like, I'm gonna woo so many women and kill so many men, and it's like, yes, do it.
Yes. So when I think about it, I think because I've already said it like 3 times, I think one thing this show did really well is they really showcased relationships between the characters well. That's what I've really just thought of that, really. 'Cause, like, Mick and Leonard and Sarah, you know.
The love triangles weren't great, like, but the friendship.
They could have. Yeah, the friendships were great.
good,
They could have done without the relationship stuff.
Yeah, the
I really
relationship
think
stuff
the
was kind of like, blech. Like, I was really
wasn't
glad
needed
when like that rivalry between like Jax and Ray was like quickly squashed. Just like, whatever, you can have her. And Jax was like, I'll just focus on being badass instead. It's like, good.
That was kind of a dumb plot point in that episode. The only good thing came with a little joke from Gideon.
See, least favorite character. I think would definitely be what's his name? The Man Hawk, whatever his Carter Hall. Yeah, least favorite. They got rid of him quickly because they realized like, oh, he is not very good at acting, and him and Kendra don't have any good dynamic at all. Like, I think it was I get why they switched to like her and Ray having a relationship, because like these guys have better chemistry than her and her supposed like love eternal love interest do at all. So it's like, yeah, it's good. Like, I don't want them together, but I get why you did that. They have a better romantic chemistry because just stiff as a board. Didn't care for him much at all.
Yeah, my least favorite. Thinking it might be Kendra. Actually, yeah, we're like one of them. You got him, I got her.
Yeah.
Let's just down bad hawk.
No
people.
more hawks. Give me the Fanagarians, but less of these two hawks.
Yeah, I'm just. She was. As I said, her facial expressions was the same no matter what happened. That kind of grinded my gears a bit.
And especially, I think, because I've seen Hawk Girl be just this amazing character on Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. For her to be just kind of okay on this show is just kind of like, boo.
Yeah. And well, in the fighting sequences, she kind of did the same thing every time.
It was
as well.
pulled up by a wire, jump, and then hit something. It's like, come on, do something a bit better.
Yeah. So those were our least favorites and favorite. Did we want to say favorites? Yeah, we did.
All right. So favorite episode. You know what? For just why not? Let's remove the first two episodes because those are obviously the actual best. But outside of the first two,
I know it was a filler, but I really loved the old Western episode.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I really liked what's his bloody Jonah Hex. He's a cool character, and I would like to see him come back and do some more stuff with the team. I think my favorite would probably be Future Star City, where we got Connor Hawke. That one was pretty good.
Yeah, that was cool. Really bad old man makeup on freaking
Stephen
Oliver
Amell.
Queen.
Yeah, it was all right. He got a beard. It was all right, and he was in the shadows a lot, so that was okay.
Yeah,
I can believe
put him in
that's
the
what
shadows
Stephen
a lot
Amell will
because
look
the
like as
makeup
an
was
old man.
bad. Yeah.
It wasn't the best. I'm not saying it's wow, I truly believed we had traveled through time. I was like, nah, it's good enough. It's fine, whatever.
See, one gripe I have with that episode now that I think about it is that the whole time Rip Hunt was like, oh, when I give you back to 2016, that timeline's never going to happen. But they don't really return to 2016. So that's kind of going to happen anyway, we're thinking, right?
No, they return to 2016 right at the end, don't they?
No, but then they're leaving again.
I guess they leave again, but still, they return. It was there.
Yeah, but Rip was saying the way that this timeline won't happen if you stay there and you're there to help, but they're not going to be there to help. So timeline's gonna. I don't know.
I would if each season we can have a slightly different roster. I would like for next season or season 3 to get John. If next season is more about Justice Society, which we'll get to in a second, but if next season more about Justice Society, I would if season 3 we get kind of Justice League Dark, where we bring back people like Jonah Hex and Constantine and maybe Connor Hawke. I want to see all these bit characters that they've put there. Is they could totally be part of the team. Bring them back, put them on the team, have some time adventures with those guys. That would be the tits.
Yes. Did we talk about our least favorite episodes? We said our favorite.
Oh, we haven't got there yet. No, least favorite episode. Ooh.
I know my least.
What's your least favorite?
The one where they're just on the fucking ship the whole time, where Vandal Savage in the prison trying to turn them all against
pirates?
each other.
No.
Oh, that was your one.
No, not Time Pirates. I'm thinking Time Pirates wasn't that bad. What's your least favorite?
No, the one where they've got Vandal Savage on the ship and he's in the cell and Vandal Savage is trying to turn them all against each other. And it's just a whole episode of that. That was
it's
so
an
fucking
entire
boring.
That scene from the Avengers, but as an entire episode without the fun of them actually being smart people and tricking him. It's just oh no, this is just some bullshit. It's
yeah, that episode, least favorite, so boring, so boring.
Yeah, that's probably my least favorite as well. I can't think of another one that was really bad because no really bad ones stick in my mind. No, that's probably one of the worst ones. All right, so we've talked about favorite characters, least favorite characters, favorite episode, least favorite episode. Overall, what would you rate this season?
Overall, I'd rate the season. I think I'm going to go down a little from the other two and give it a 6, just because there was some confusing concepts in it that they're still passing over. And being a show about time travel, I really need to be in it with you. I really need to know what you're doing and how it's happening. And just, as we said, it dropped off after the first 3 episodes. So 6 out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 7. I think I liked it the best out of these 3 shows, just because it was something new and we were following like different characters, and it wasn't just like Flash and Arrow. It was like these kind of side characters that we liked coming together and doing new stuff. And I really liked Leonard and Mick. I thought they were just so fun in their terribleness.
Yeah. Well,
and
I wonder how
if you know how like Prison Break is coming back and those 2 guys were like on Prison Break.
Yes.
I would watch Prison Break if it was bloody Leonard Snart and Mick, those characters.
Yes.
Like I'd watch that. Like, I'm kind of hoping like I watch like the first episode and they're both kind of talking that way. It's like, hey, brother, we need to escape from prison. It's like, yes, we need to escape from prison. Yes.
Let's get out.
Everyone just be cool. No, I've got a hot head. It's like, oh, people are punching each other. I love this city. It's like, it's so dumb. I love it.
Yeah, that's why I love them, just because of how stereotypical and fun their characters were.
All right, so you're looking forward to next season. So we've got the end of the season where it's like, okay, we're gonna still travel for time and do stuff, but then the Wave Rider shows up and it's bloody Our Man, or
which I really was hoping would be Leonard Snart, because I'm really sad that he's dead.
what's Rex? They said like there was like a rumor a while ago, like, oh, this character's gonna show up and he's gonna be a crowd favorite, and I was thinking like, what's gonna be? It's gonna be Booster Gold. Is Booster Gold gonna show up from the future? And it was like, it's Our Man. Someone no one cares about Our Man, but we've got this guy from Suits. Everyone's favorite fucking guy from Suits is playing a superhero, and he's gonna mention the Justice Society of America. So this is like, oh, fuck yes, the Justice Society. Oh, sweet yes. Oh, sweet Jesus, please give it to me.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to next season. I still have hope. Like, I enjoyed it. If I give it over 5, I enjoyed it.
No,
so yeah,
I really hope that like we get a bunch of episodes where it's like a team of superheroes who just aren't like going around on a ship and like just feel like a bunch of people, but an actual like superhero team with like a headquarters, and they like have to go up against a supervillain, and it's just, I want some crazy shit. Show me some crazy shit, and I'll be happy.
Yes.
And get
crazy shit. Where it at?
Give me a bunch of that guy, because he's amazing, and I love him on Suits. It's just like, oh, it's my Suits boy. He's doing shit. Hooray! So that is our quick fucking review of all the CW stuff. Next week we'll be back to news. It's a whole bunch we've missed. We're going to be talking about that.
So much.
And then week after that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, out of the shadows or into the shadows of Turtle Power. So yeah, what did you think of CW Verse? Did you enjoy it? Were you disappointed? Are you looking forward to Supergirl coming to the CW next year, or I guess end of this year? Let us know. You can find us on Facebook. We're at facebook.com/PCMR podcast. Also on Twitter at PCMR podcast. We also have our own personal Twitter accounts. I'm at Aiden's Vlog, AIDANSVLOG.
I am at MeMan125, spelled exactly how it sounds. Shoot us an email with anything you want, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. We're a medium. We'll talk to the spirits for you. Our email address is pcmrpodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can go to our website, pcmrpodcast.net, and I'll have all our social media links and all our files and sound there. But if you don't want to go to our website to listen to some stuff, where can we actually listen to it? It's like, all right, well, you can go to YouTube, youtube.com/PCMR podcast. We're on there. Just search us. You can listen to us there. Give us them views. Give a subscription.
Yes, give a subscription.
Subscribe.
Please, we need your subscriptions.
Also, go to iTunes. Give us a 5-star review there. That really helps us out. Bumps us up in the ratings. Lets other people know that we're pretty fucking, top qual. And subscribe so that you know exactly when these episodes go up. You don't have to worry about anything. We'll give it to you. It's yours.
For free.
For free. It's free. Just subscribe. It's free. Do it.
Yeah, who doesn't like free shit?
No one. So yeah, that's the show. That's it.
Oh, is it? Is it? I wasn't aware.
Oh yeah, no, that's it. Like I'm done. I've got to go have dinner. Yeah. If you've enjoyed it, good. I'm Aiden. I've been Aiden.
I still am Brett. What is it?
This is a podcast, isn't it?
It's a podcast. Oh, bye.
Oh, yeah, see ya. Eh? Hold on, we'll just pause here. Yes, what? Okay, I'm
Yes,
still recording my
what?
podcast, so just leave me free. Alright. Where was I? Paul Blackthorn.
Yeah, I love you. Like, yes, what?